Or the three of us are in short.
Good morning, Roro.
Good morning. What's up?
Daddy Roro.
I love your dress.
What's
I love
up,
your
BG?
style particularly.
Thank you.
This one is by Juliet.
Lift your foot.
Can I?
Yeah, go on. Oh, we
Now
want to see.
people
We want
can
to see.
see.
Can they see?
Wow! It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Where's
Where's the money?
Yeah, I didn't say anything. He
You
said it.
said I should lift it.
Hey, but you-
Comes with costs, man. I told you.
You know, there's somebody who watches us who is quite literally in love with you. He just can't get enough of you. Like when your face fills his screen, something wants to do him, as they say in Oxford. Please put Mama.
No.
So I can. So that our
Don't do that.
Aha! Kwame Gansa of Cape Coast. This is for you. Eh? This is
Seriously,
for you.
you're
Enjoy
literally selling me.
What,
You're auctioning me right
your
now.
Your vision, Keke. He can look, but he can't touch. Please stop licking your TV screen. And you are welcome. You owe me now. Eh? Yeah, Kwame Gansa is a big fan of
Mama
V.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Kwame
You dear,
Gansa,
he can
thank you.
take you or leave you, but as for her.
Finally, Friday is here.
It is.
Yes,
I'm excited about today because it's actually the beginning of our countdown to the Habitat Fair, which is exactly a week today at the Conference Center, Accra International Conference Center. Everything housing. We did the first mini clinic, second mini clinic, Achimota and West Hills Mall. And now we're consolidating all the people who deal in housing products. One place for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Powerful.
So, and ahead of that,
One-stop
we'll be
shop.
bringing you conversations around housing. We've got a very interesting one today that you have to look out for. It's on architecture, so design. Sometimes you can get very confused, or you want to see what the trends are. You're thinking, I have a family of 5. If I am building myself, how should I even begin the conversation?
I have only one plot. You know? So how do I make the best use of the land and so forth? Yeah. Important questions. So listen, if you're not yet on the property ladder, every year we give you this one opportunity to make that move, make that step. So come along and experience what is on offer. All the exhibitors are there designed to solve the specific problems that you have when it comes to getting onto the property ladder. Or maybe you're already on it, you want to expand, you know.
Yeah. You know, with this whole banking drama and everything, I say real estate is still a very viable area if you want to invest. So you probably already have a house, but you're looking for a second home, a third perhaps. Just come around and come and check out the options, what is trending, what is available in the market. Who knows? There are great deals and promotions along with the fair as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. I have 2 good mornings. One is to Daniel Kenu of the Daily Graphic in Kumasi. The other one is Seth Echampom. He manages Tony's Lodge at Sunyani. Good morning to you.
Maybe add Kwame Gansa of Cape Coast.
Oh, Kwame Gansa of Cape Coast. Salifu Combat. 1 a.m. show, 1 dedication. Let's dig into the papers now,
Let's do it. I have the Daily Graphic, the Daily Statesman, and the Daily Guide.
I'll do the Finder, the Times, and the Dispatch.
Have Salifu Combat, the Boku Presbyterian Hospital, alongside your wife Flora,
Roland,
But he did it. She
who is
did
with the
it.
Ghana
Roland,
Immigration
Roland.
Service, the Misiga border.
Roland, let's do what you're
Okay.
holding.
So I have the publisher. Go straight. Weekend today. Do one more.
All right, so who's starting?
You should. I think you should.
All right. Okay. Daily Graphic first this morning, and
You want to say
Kwame
Salifu Combat?
Gansa.
oh god.
You
All
started
right,
it, though,
so,
Kwame Gansa.
but I didn't take it up to Salifu's
The northern,
constituency.
the northern sector of our country. I took it there.
Okay, all right. Daily Graphic, and this morning, banner headline: Deliver credible elections. President charges EC. Adam Robe, is that right? Adam Roby.
Adam Robbie.
Oh wow,
Robbie.
Adam Robbie.
You're profiling.
Hey, Adam Robe.
Adam
Please
Robbie.
don't tell anybody else. I said that. Adam Robbie.
It's actually Adam Robbie.
Adam Robe, the community with hearing impaired above global average.
Hey.
Okay. So several people in this community have hearing impairments. That's interesting. We won't call off strike until, Nagrat insists. And if you want to know what their condition is, page 20 is where you'll find it. EC abrogates IT contract with vendor. This is a long-standing issue, and finally that contract has been abrogated according to this story in the Daily Graphic.
Which one? Was that be the STI?
What's the name of this company?
What is it costing us?
The one that has such a stronghold over us. They have control over, all of our sensitive electoral data, and we don't have control of it.
We should dig into what it is costing us
to terminate the contract. Yes, exactly. Very important. Although something tells me the cost of having your entire nation's electoral data and processes in the hands of a private company and the nation itself not having any control, that cost is likely to be higher than whatever it is.
Is this something that you can ever take back?
You see? You see? Now, even after abrogating this contract, exactly, do we have control back? Hey. All right, Daily Graphic, back page. Let's have a look at what it's saying this morning. 3 sign MOU to improve local agric production. And Tullow, Ghana and partners refurbish Takoradi Airport. Oh, that's lovely. I saw a bit of that work happening the last time I was in Takoradi on the case for the Tadi girls. And yeah, I saw some of the work they were doing. It looks good. It looks nice. Opening it up. Center spread this morning, Daily Graphic, center spread. And government will support MMDAs to improve their IGFs. That's according to the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Also this morning, center spread, 57 complete course in document fraud detection. And this is Ghana Immigration Service. They are training themselves to spot fake documents, fake travel documents, I'm guessing. It's possible to eliminate malaria by 2030. Mr. Felix Nyanofusu is the one saying that he works with private sector malaria prevention. That does for the Daily Graphic. Daily Statesman real quick. And Ochiman youth expose NDC deviated propaganda. Okay. DS exclusive. CID report showed Pius was clean in Oz visa case. This is a Daily Statesman exclusive on page 2, which we will be touching on. I don't need to rig the EC to win elections. Akufo-Addo says Ghanaians will make a free and open choice in 2020. That's for sure. Back page, Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallin. British heavyweight vows not to underestimate Las Vegas opponent. That should be a fun fight to watch. Black Meteors arrive home after sealing AFCON qualification. Good for them. Well done. That's it for the Statesman. Daily Guide. Amidou sues AG over 47 million euro Woyome Waterville cash. This is the loose end of that matter, which Amidou has grabbed a hold of one more time as a private citizen. Bawumia invites Mahama. Where to, I wonder? Soldiers and police sweep Buduburam. Jean Mensah exposes massive rot at EC. Oh, this is not news. We already knew about this. Serial rapists and robbers remanded. And that is as part of the joint task force that swept Buduburam. Yeah. Bawumia invites Mahama, though. That is an interesting one. I want to know what it's about. Details on page 6. I'll get them for you in a second. After I see the back page. Meteor's victory should inspire Kotoko and Ashgold. That's according to Safo Abebrese. GNPC fastest human project supports athletes' education. And Nana Yaw Amponsah's manifesto, a blueprint to revamp Ghana football. And there's a picture of Nana Yaw Amponsah there. I guess he wants to be GFA boss. Okay, so let's see, page 6. Where is Bawumia inviting Mahama to? Is he inviting him to jump off a cliff? Page 6. I wonder. Hey, the newspaper doesn't want to open them. Daddy Ruru. Page 6. Bawumia invites Mahama. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yesterday says he looks forward to former President John Mahama converting to Islam after the latter's rendition of an Islamic prayer during the Islamic funeral of the National Chief Imam's sister at New Fadama in Accra. Oh, okay. Former President John Mahama is a Catholic, is that right? Have I got that right? Or is a Presbyterian?
I know he watches at the Assemblies of God.
Assemblies of God, that's right. That's right. Assemblies of, that's right. He's preached there a couple of times.
But he said several times that his father, the parents were Muslims, but they were allowed in the house also because of and it's very predominant in Northern Ghana to have within the same household some
Christians
being
and
Christians
Muslims.
and some being Muslims.
Which explains
of the
why
same father who is a Muslim. So it's
which explains why he was able to render that prayer beautifully.
So I'm sure maybe at some point in his life he may have been practicing at some point.
Yeah, so as a result,
something brought the two together.
The vice president was impressed. Yes. He said, "Look, I invite you to Islam." That's nice. Okay, that's me. I'm done.
Yeah, on the economy they would disagree. Let me do the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Front page of the Times: EC terminates contracts of foreign IT firm. They say they've given that duty, that responsibility to their internal IT staff. They're about 55, and so they're saving the nation a lot of money in this process. And says they are well trained to do the job. Also, transport fares up 10%. It says in the story, if you're traveling from La Paz to Circle, now, this is the last time you pay 2 cedis 10 pesos. From Monday, you pay 2 cedis 31 pesos. And from in South, if I'm coming to work, I'll pay 5 cedis 50 pesos. All right, big military coup police swoop on criminals. 354 suspects rounded up in separate operations in central and western regions. Medina AstroTurf to be ready October, according to the Zongo minister. And this is Robert Coleman's construction firm, Wembley. He promised us one constituency, one AstroTurf. So I guess he's on course. I need one in my house. Back page of the Times: new airport for Western region soon. Also take advantage of free senior high school to empower yourselves, according to Yeboah Afari. That's a former editor of the Ghanaian Times, Miss Ajua Yeboah Afari, who's called on traditional authorities of the 3 regions, Bono, East and Ahafo, to take advantage of educational opportunities currently under the free senior high school policy to educate and empower their people. Center spread of the paper now at symposium marking 60th anniversary of Bono Ahafo region, government working to resource new regions, according to the senior minister. Full story of EC's termination of those contracts with the foreign IT firm is in the center spread of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. The commission said last year the firm presented a budget of $56 million to upgrade the IT systems to be able to conduct the referendum held late last year. The chairperson said the commission decided to terminate the contracts and instead use its internal IT staff to manage all IT-related activities involved in the management of the elections. And according to her, they were absolutely successful. Let's do the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder: I don't need EC's help to win. President backs free and transparent electoral process. Government to recruit 600 right to information officers. On primaries, NPP clears 292, disqualifies 18. Take advantage of free SHS devoid of politics. That full story is on page 5 in the Finder newspaper. So that's a call by the Deputy Volta Regional Minister, Reverend Johnson Avolate. And that will be it really for what is making headlines. Front page of the Finder, the last paper for me, is the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Front page: analysis of population in Upper West region. Mole Dagmon 66%, Grusi 28%, or Grushi, Roland, Grusi, and Akans make up 1.2%, as per the 2010 population census. If you've been following closely the Daily Dispatch, they've been serializing this this week in their paper. I think it's very useful. Nigerian Election Tribunal endorses Buhari's victory. A result of research on over 150,000 men. Erectile dysfunction may predict strokes and heart attacks. Obeda Samoa on Kwame Nkrumah. And that's how the Daily Dispatch looks like this morning. Back page is the full story of the erectile dysfunction may predict strokes and heart attacks. Men suffering from erectile dysfunction. Are you guys, do you have any defects like that? Oh, you have okay. May be facing an even bigger.
Ask the question again.
Oh, it's just the erectile dysfunction story. I'm asking if you have any deficits or, you know.
Any erectile dysfunction? There's one way to find out.
I knew you'd say that.
But you asked! Kwame Gansa, come and take your role model.
Daddy Roro.
Yeah.
You know the last time the prostate guys were here? Prostate 60.
Prostate 60.
Did you make a confession?
Which was what?
Your situation has it been resolved now?
Did you say you had
Oh, no.
You okay now?
Did you say
They took care of you?
We have the weekend
Why are
today.
you soft?
The weekend today has on the front page, Black Wednesday as thousands mourn murder of Group Indom. The story is filed by Richmond Kilson. Richmond, it's been a while. What's in it? We have list of Gold Coast fan management debtors as well. They're all in there. And the story is fully on the back page. Then we know that this is a follow-up to or a report on that demonstration or protest by residents of Elmina on Wednesday. The Ghanaian publisher has on the front page, government to recruit 600 for RTI, according to the Minister for Information, Kujapon Nkrumah. Ben Hinn storms Accra for Experience 2019. We already know that he's now back down on his stance on prosperity gospel.
he's back in the game?
You know, he's back down on his stance.
Yes, so that means
he's back in the game in mainstream
prosperity preaching.
No.
He's now back on. When you say he's back down on his stance, that means the stance he took was that he's no longer going to.
No, the stance he took before the position, the recent.
Charlie, you are confusing.
Oh no, you are confusing yourself.
If
I
you
say
say
he's
someone
back
has backed down.
We
on
all know
his
that
stance.
he's back down on
The
his
stance
stance.
he took was that he's no longer going to preach the prosperity.
Yes. And it's
he's
just a
backed down on
recall.
it.
No, it's just a recall of that. That's all I'm saying.
So he hasn't backed down on his stance. He has taken a stance to stop preaching the
Okay, that's how you want to say it, I guess.
Can I resolve this?
Yes,
No,
please,
there's
please.
nothing to resolve.
Okay,
really.
do the papers. Yeah.
Oh.
Police nab 358 suspects in Central Western Region swap. We have Akufo-Addo declares, I don't need EC to win 2020. Okay, and then we go to the Gold Street Business. The Gold Street Business has a story. Bad loan write-offs aim to lower lending rates. Story is filed by Dundas Wingham. Foreign investor holdings of CD debt declining. According to the story, has an attached picture of the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Agriculture sector records lowest FDI in 2018. Quite interesting. On the back page, Melcom gives cars, bikes to customers on its 30th anniversary. And Barclays targets women SME owners in financial inclusion drive. And we know that Barclays in Ghana is now operated by APSA. Okay.
All right. Okay. So can I quickly touch on this Pius Hajide matter, or you have more people?
No.
Okay. All right.
What's the matter?
So the headline is Daily Statesman exclusive. CID report showed Pius was clean in Australia visa case. So the Daily
After
Statesman
the
says,
clearing agent tag, what the president addressed, this was one of the key questions that people were asking.
Yes.
So he was cleared. Who then was involved?
That's right.
And where's the full report? Yeah.
So they say they have a copy of the report. I want to read every quotation that they say they've lifted from the report. There aren't many of them, just a few. So they are basically saying that this report proved that Pius Hajide is clean. Okay, here are the quotations. First one is from the report. The Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Pius Enam Hajide, was also mentioned as someone who influenced the inclusion of some people in the accreditation machine. Again, the Deputy Minister's name was mentioned as employing the services of one Patrick Ampedu to collect $12,000 on his behalf from one Maxwell Kofi Lugudo. The CI, this is from the report. Again, the supposed Maxwell Lugudo was called and in his statement also denied having paid any such money to the said Patrick Ampedu. Let me find the next quote. The remaining 8, okay, let me start. Even though a greater number of journalists and others applied through the link opened by the Gold Coast Organizing Committee, all of them had their applications approved. And then it says, out of the 12 people who were handed over for investigation, 3 were indeed journalists from accredited media houses, whilst 1 was staff of the National Sports Authority. The remaining 8 were those found to have posed as journalists. They will all be arraigned before the court for making false declaration to obtain visas after we have obtained the necessary supporting evidence. This is all from the report. Finally, the allegation that the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Pius Hajide, facilitated the inclusion of several names into the Commonwealth Games accreditation system could not be proven. Also, allegations that one Patrick collected $12,000 from one Maxwell on behalf of Honorable Hajide could not be established. The alleged meeting between the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports and his deputy and acting Director General of the National Sports Authority, where the acting Director General was alleged to have stated that he caused 4 names to be included in the accreditation list, while the board chairman of the NSA also caused 5 names to be added, have all been denied. There's no evidence to support the alleged meeting and the confession. Okay, this allegedly is from the report. Now, I want you to hear something, okay? This is the CID boss, Madam Tiwa Adodankwa. You know that famous press conference where she said, we know where the girls are? I was at that press conference, and I asked her a question about this investigation. I said, if Pius Hajide has been cleared by the CID, then who did it? This was her answer. It's very short. Let's just play that.
At the end of the day, we were supposed to investigate and find out how culpable that person was involved in this whole visa issue. We did our work and we found out that he was not in any way involved in the whole visa scandal. The case is still under investigation because we made some requests through the consular in Australia for certain information to be provided to us as far as those who went as journalists and other things are involved. And because we have to go through mutual legal assistance, it's a long process. The Attorney General's office is involved and the process is still ongoing. The investigation was actually called for by the Minister for the Interior. The report has been submitted to the Minister for the Interior. I don't want to say anything, I don't want to say it out of his say. At the end of the day, the Minister will let the people know the outcome of that investigation.
So this report is with the Interior Ministry?
Apparently. Okay, but you heard the first thing she said. She said that the CID was asked to simply determine whether Pius Hajide was culpable, and they determined that he wasn't. So in essence, they were not asked to find out who is culpable.
Well, but she said there were other questions.
She said the investigation is ongoing, and that they needed a mutual something assistance between Ghana and Australia, and that is a long process. So a number of questions. First of all, is the investigation over? If it's not over, how do you clear people? How can you say with any confidence that somebody is clear if the investigation is not over? Anyway.